I'm just a degenerate.
Okay, we are live with the Survivor Michigan after show. Hello.
Hello. Can someone let us know if you can hear us?
We're curious how the sound is. We have a lot of people here.
Anyone at all want to tell us if you can hear us?
If you're watching this and the sound sounds fine, please comment something in the thing.
It's almost like we should have someone here in this group check.
Wait, that's a good idea, actually. Yeah. Yo, somebody pull this up on their phone and see how it sounds. Somebody in the other room.
Do you want me to put it on my phone in the other room?
Yes. All right.
Sound is vibing.
All right, we're good.
Sound is
okay,
vibing.
We're here with, first off, a lot of members of the cast.
Well, everyone should know, Ian David Harris, congrats on completing your final season editing Survivor Michigan. It was a fabulous finale. I think we can all agree.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Katie Reed. Nice to meet you. Okay, anyway.
Your host for tonight.
I'm the host for tonight.
You'll be your host for tonight. I'm not quite in the right state to be hosting this.
Most of us are not, and here we are. So, fun fact, we are all in Las Vegas together, coming to you live from Las Vegas. We have the Survivor Michigan All-Stars Revenge Tour after party. Most people are in there so they can be quieter, but we are starting off with the Andrew Crouch and Cooper James. Let's start off and ask them, what was it like to rewatch your boot?
You first.
You go first.
I mean, yeah. Ian knows this because I was helping to watch and give some criticisms on some of the episodes, but I have now seen that episode a few times and cry every time that I get voted out, because it was a time. It was super emotional. I think the whole finale is really emotional, and Ian captured it in such a fantastic way, from the chaos of your tribal to the just tears of my tribal to everything at Final Tribal. It was absolutely fantastic.
What about you, Crouch? Now, I can confirm from a production standpoint, a lot of us production members were here to watch the finale together with these two, and we did not remember your tribal being as chaotic as it was. So what were your thoughts in terms of remembering it? I'm sure you remember it very clearly, but how was it to watch it back?
Unlike Cooper, I have not helped the production, so I'm seeing it all for the first time all over again. I was not aware of how close it was to getting to the Final Four. I did not know Bri was that close, and in my mind,
like Leia was a go-to.
What?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
No, I was getting confused. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying in my mind, like it was like she hadn't told us what was going on and where she was voting. I was like trying to fish out, do I need to try and vote for Cooper to stay, or do I go with what is probably not going to work? So it was a little, I don't know, it was a little emotional watching that. Oh, I messed that up. But other than that, not too many regrets. Had a good time.
Yeah.
Happy for everyone on the cast.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Anything that Cooper, anything you guys would do differently watching it back and now it being like 2 years later to an episode?
Choices I would make differently for sure, but
without knowing all the information though.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I would have played that last tribal Final Five. Like I wish I had talked more with Bri. I had some one regret. You and I both regret letting Megan go home. Yeah. That was a big turning point, and I really wish you hadn't told Adam and everyone else about your idol. Those are my 3 regrets.
Yeah, I have a few. I won't go through all of them, but I mean, I think everybody who was in the end of that game was playing very well. All the final 3 deserved to be there, and I think it got cut out of my opening speech. But I started by just saying, whoever wins this played a fantastic game, because all 3 of them just charged through the entire merge. They started on the bottom, and we were just like, nope, 3 of us are making the final 3, which was wild. To watch some of those scenes back, at the merge episodes, and being like this. It's frustrating.
I mean, I think typically too, like you see people go, "Oh, I got unlucky," or if something had just gone differently. The truth is, you need to get lucky to get to the end. But we also we straight up got outplayed in the final 6.
Yeah,
like you and I both, because we had 2 idols between the 2 of us. You and I had both won immunities. The one immunity I won, we had 2 necklaces, so we had 5 necklaces.
We had a lot of. I remember we always were talking about our jewelry, and we could never use it effectively. We have so much jewelry, and we just continue to be on the wrong side of the vote.
And yet Cooper can still not clasp a necklace together, all that jewelry, and he still can't do it for the life of him.
Need to learn.
All right,
I
thank
love
you
these
guys.
Let's get some other people in
Yep.
here.
So next up, Ian's going to go grab whoever we have coming up, and we do have some comments. I'll try to answer any questions that pop up in the live. I feel like I'm a freaking red carpet host right now. What was Kevin's Panda Express order at Final Four Tribal? Fun fact, we also have a decent amount of the jury here, and we can definitely answer those
I
questions.
was told I'm coming in. So
All right, speaking of jury queens, we have Bailey, one of my besties. If you guys watch through the end credits, you can tell that we have all become extremely close through this community. So watching this final episode all together was really, really special. Bailey, any initial thoughts after watching that back for you?
The whole thing or just the finale?
Whatever, I guess.
Well, as far as the finale goes, I thought super well put together. I loved, I mean, obviously right after I got voted out, it was pretty deep in the game. I was very exhausted. So those 2 weeks where Andrew and Cooper got voted out, like I really did not remember very well what how it actually happened, because I think on the surface it's like, okay, you've got like Sam, Leia, and Bri. It makes sense that Cooper and Andrew would be out. And I was actually in the car with Cooper today, and I was like, why did we look so shocked on the jury? Like, this seems like it would be an easy vote, right? And he was like, oh wow, you do not remember like how this happened at all, do you? And I was like, no. And he actually refused to tell me. He was like, I don't want to spoil it for you. And I was like, I was in the season. What do you mean you don't want to spoil it? So that was cool to watch back and get a better understanding of exactly how it unfolded. Because there is a version where it could have been a lot easier than that and had the same results. And as far as the final tribal goes, I thought Bri gave like a really, really great argument for her game. I think in this season in particular, playing the kind of like floater game is just a really, really hard thing to do with this cast. I think in another season, it absolutely could have won, could have been a great argument. It was just like this group, I don't think would have been able to get behind that. I was really torn between Leia and Sam all the way up until the comment she made, and it did have a big impact on my vote. But at the end of the day, thanks. So my voting confessional that got
what did you say
lost,
in your voting
what
confessional?
I had said, I had written down Sam. I had made up my mind right after Leia said that, as much as I love her. But I wrote down Sam's name and I said, this is the person who outwitted, outplayed, and outlasted me, period. That was what it came down to, is I felt that Sam was the one who did that.
Perfect. And yes, as some of you have noticed, Emily B is here with us as well.
Hi.
Come on in. I do want to point out, because a few other people in the live chat have commented on both your hair. Yes, I would say of all people in All Stars, you two have changed your hair color the most since. Both look absolutely stunning tonight.
Thank you.
Emily,
Oh my God.
initial thoughts watching the finale and anything you think you would do differently in
Wait,
terms
sorry,
of
right before.
Yeah,
Hi,
go for
Perp. Shout out to Perp, my number one fan. Can't leave you out. Good to see ya.
Emily
Please continue, Emily
Beast.
B.
Emily Beast.
Yes.
Any questions for Emily? Any other questions for Bailey? But let's
Yeah,
get
okay,
Emily's
I'll get
initial
my
thoughts.
initial thoughts.
Yes.
I was very impressed with the finale. It didn't feel like 3 hours when I was watching it. Like,
Yeah,
I
true.
definitely,
Mhm.
I was not bored the entire time. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, seeing kind of how it all unfolded, I'm sort of brought back to like how difficult it was to choose between Leia and Sam, I feel like. And like honestly, like looking at it now, I'm kind of like I could have chosen the other way and still been happy with my choice.
For sure.
So
Amazing. What was your favorite
when did you
moment of
find
the
out that I
season?
was fake?
Or when did you find that too? Was
When
it
did I
when
find
Andrew
Idol
played
was
it?
yeah, I found out the idol was fake well after I was voted out.
I think when Andrew played it
Yeah.
at that tribal.
Because
Yes.
they didn't tell you after you got
No,
voted out,
We
right?
couldn't.
No,
we couldn't
no,
because she
I-
was on jury.
I fully
Yeah.
believed that it was real until that happened.
And it was Andrew who made the fake idol, to clarify. He found the real idol, made a fake, planted it. And honestly, it was within a few days that they found it of each other,
so
too.
in my defense, I really think there was like no reason for me to not believe it was real because Andrew used the exact Andrew hit it. But he used the exact like note, exact paper, exact baggie, everything. The only thing, and the string also. The only thing that was different was the actual idol itself. And he got something that looked extremely similar, and we found it almost at the same time.
Okay, so last question, because we do need to keep it moving.
Yes.
Would you say season 3 or this jury was more explosive?
Ooh,
And just pick.
season three. This one.
All right, and with that, we will move on. Yeah, they can hear you.
We don't have to.
We can definitely do that, but why don't you guys go figure out who's coming on next?
Sounds good.
Who's coming on next?
Okay.
In the meantime, though, yeah, honestly, Andrew, why did Andrew's behind the camera now? Why didn't Andrew feel like his idol was real the whole game? Yeah, sure. Oh, we've got more. Okay.
All right. Farewell.
I'll move on out.
Question was, why did I think
Why did you think it was fake for most of the game?
when I found the clue, I
You
found
guys
it
just pop in. Come on.
when I found it, it was during the second idol hunt. So my clue said number 2. So when,
Oh, you did say
so
this
sorry,
a lot
sorry,
during
my
the season.
clue said number 1, but I found it the second idol hunt. So
Yeah,
I figured
for sure.
that someone had come and dropped it. I knew Kevin had gotten a bunch of clues, and I thought
Right.
if there were to be someone that would plant a fake idol, is Kevin one of the people that would plant a fake idol? And the answer was yes. So that was the main reason why I thought it was fake the whole game. And then Kevin got voted. I go, maybe it's real. And that was when I started to think there's a pretty good shot it's real.
And there we have it.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Cratch. You can leave now. Bye.
Don't kick me
Bye,
out.
Chris.
We have 3 more iconic members of the jury. We have, say it.
Hey guys, it's Kevin here.
You had to. Adam, aka AJ, goes by AJ now. And Nick. Okay, guys. I mean, initial thoughts. People will have questions for you as we roll in, but honestly, anything you guys think differently now after actually seeing the season fully edited and seeing more information that you probably didn't know about to begin with, and then thoughts on your final tribal council performances. Yeah, Kevin. Did your
I'm
question?
not proud, but it's in character. So
Kevin can confirm watching. Kevin was like, "What am I saying?"
I
So
don't
don't worry.
understand.
He also felt confused.
it's paragraphs and expletives and everything in between, and that's all okay. That's who I am as Chaos Kevin, but I'm normal. I'll let you do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have any different opinions from like watching it. And I know that might be a hot take since Sam had one, but I still feel like Sam played a great game, but I still really loved Leia's game. Well, not love Leia's game. To be fair, it was aggressive in a lot, but I do think she controlled a lot by having this huge like aggression of like, oh, we have to stay friends. And I think that just controlled like most of the votes throughout the season. And I don't know. That's how I feel. But
Yeah.
as much as I think Leia had a better game, I also think Sam very much deserved his win.
And real quick, since there is a question for Nick
Can we get
here.
from one of these two a pitch for Leia? That'd be like, do they still stand up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just
Okay,
saying.
sorry,
I
what
did.
she said.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But someone was asking that if revenge against Sam was ever on your mind when choosing who to vote for.
I don't think in this scenario it was, but I think if it was Cooper, Sam, and Bri, it probably would have come up. I think I probably would have been a little saltier. So it had like a little bit of influence, but I definitely think it was more so. I genuinely stand by Leia's game. Every single person, even though I wasn't at all the tribal councils, every single person would come into the jury chat and be like, yep, Leia controlled this. Oh, I trusted Leia. Oh, here I go. And even Emily, who was the only one who was like, oh, no, Leia didn't turn on me, then found out that Leia did turn on her by not telling her that she was potentially going home. So, like, in a way, I do think Leia controlled a lot, but I also still think Sam played really well. He still got to the final 3 with who he needed to. He had a ton of social connections. Like,
I mean, he won.
exactly.
So,
AJ, you had a great final trouble.
AJ,
council,
yes,
according to the chat.
come.
Sell yourself. I don't know.
Kevin.
Final Tribal Council, all I remember being is it was fun and like I don't know. I'm such a little dramatic little bitch. And I feel like looking back on it now, like I still love the way that I, did things, whether right or wrong. I don't regret my vote. I don't regret what I say, like in any of the contexts of the final tribal council, I was just having fun. And at the end of the day, that's what Survivor was to me, and that's how I would like to remember it.
I'm curious what made you feel like you wanted to vote for Sam when you were writing Bri's name down? Like, what was going through your mind when you switched it?
Dead ass. It was Bri is not going to win this, and as much as I want for Bri to win this, I want the airtime and the storyline more. Dead ass.
And so question from the comments, do you still feel like a fool?
Here's the thing. After that final tribal, I felt like really good. And it was more of a like I'm the fool still, like kind of like tongue in cheek, like you get it, I get it, like that's how it's perceived. But like the reality at the end of the day is that's not how I felt. And in a game that is purely about your own perception and your own reality and like the information you take in with your previous experiences, like you're only going to bring yourself to that game. And that's what I did.
Period. And also complimenting all of your hair as well. I would say AJ is one of the few, one of the few male identifying or previously male identifying people that change their hair color as often as Bailey and Emily B did. So with that, thank you all. Are there any other questions?
Get Sam and Bri?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
So I know.
See me in All Stars 2.
Oh, not me.
Spoilers. All right, here we go.
Here. Oh wait, so this one I should try to get Leia on. If we get Leia, I'll text Leia.
Well, we're live, so welcome, Bri and Sam, two of our finalists here in the flesh. Now, are you guys still friends?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. All right. Yeah. Where is Abby?
Abby is not here.
Abby is unfortunately not here.
Wait, I can.
Yeah. That's right. Wait, where is she moving to?
That is why she's
moving to Texas.
She is moving, so she couldn't make it to this
Leia
trip.
lives in Japan.
Leia is currently in Japan.
So she is not here, but we're trying to get her on the stream at some point.
Anyway, like while we wait for Leia and everything, initial thoughts. How do you guys feel?
You can go first.
Well, I mean, just watching the finale, I didn't expect to be as emotional as I was. And it wasn't necessarily about the episode itself or about like what happened with me specifically, but it was really just like the end credits, like seeing like how like every single person back to back that have like been in Survivor Michigan and like just remembering everyone and like it essentially just kind of felt like everything has led up to this and like now it's done, and that in itself was like very powerful and very emotional and like something that I wasn't expecting, but I was very thankful for everything that all these people have brought, all the fans have brought, and just what Survivor Michigan has brought to my life in general and all the friends that I have from it.
Yeah, I mean, kind of similarly, like I feel very grateful that I have like the snapshot of my college experience on YouTube. So whenever I want, I can like watch some of my favorite memories of college
And
least
least favorite.
And least favorite, and also just like see the growth of a lot of friendships. Because at the end of the day, like most people are my college friends, they're not my Survivor Michigan friends. Like, and so to see like meeting some of these people for the first time or like having a discussion, like Sam and I weren't as close of friends when we started, even though we were on season 2 together. Like we kind of had beef.
I feel like there was like a level of mistrust between the two of us.
Yeah, like I honestly was closer to AJ at most of the season until I voted them out over Sam. And so like things like that was like watching Sam like meet, but about the Aaron vote and it kind of being awkward. So there's like the end where like we're having this really raw conversation about if we want to vote out Leia or not. So stuff like that is kind of beautiful.
Yeah, I remember that.
That day kind of.
That was something. As Zoltan said.
Worst day of my life.
Yeah.
So on kind of along that note, Bri, if you had gone at Final Four, if they did vote you out at Final Four, if you were on jury, who would you have voted for?
I would have voted for Leia.
There we have it.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Now that seems pretty obvious.
Yeah, I mean, but obviously, I think I would have been someone who would have considered listening to like the arguments too, and like thought about it. But I do think ultimately Leia would have been my first choice, and I would have been going in that chat being like, "Let's rally the votes."
Rally the votes. Rally the votes.
Rally the votes.
Either way, you guys were a fabulous Final Three, and I'm not sure if I should be looking for something to see if Leia is able to get on. I think she'll just pop on if that is possible.
I hope she can.
I hope so
she can.
too.
I miss her.
I was messaging her. Yeah, I don't know. Any other thoughts? I mean, I think this was a very emotional thing for all of us to watch. Ian definitely surprised us with that ending, and at the end of the day, it's a game, but it was also a huge community, and a lot of us. I mean, we are literally in Las Vegas together on a friend's trip. Like we have stayed lifelong friends at this point. So
I see a comment to bet my winnings on Black 5. Definitely will do. Definitely will do. And I'll give you a shout out to Chase if that does happen. You know, honestly, last time I was out in Vegas, which was yesterday, I was betting Black odds with Ian Harris over there. So Black 5, right up my alley.
cool. I don't have any other specific questions for you guys, but if there's anything else that you guys want to say to the viewers, I guess.
I don't know. Not in a bad way. I mean, it's fascinating. Like, this is my first season in the Discord, so I love the fan community aspect of it as a K-pop stan. That's like one of my favorite things. I love the engagement. So yeah, it's kind of beautiful. I don't know. It's like fascinating because when you're playing, I don't really think about the fact there's like going to be a bunch of people who are going to watch and be invested in shit. Like, I'm just like, oh, I'm having this experience at college.
It feels so like far out in the future that you don't really think it's gonna you're not actually thinking about it.
Yeah, and these people are listening to podcasts and just discussing in the Discord during the last 2 weeks, especially. I'm like, wow, love that for them.
We love it for all of you guys that you love us. Thank you so much. Who do you listen to now, Bri, K-pop wise?
I love Twice. I saw them 3 times actually. I hopefully will see them in June. My favorite group is Tomorrow by Together though. Those are my boys.
Where does BTS stand now?
They're still like in my stan group. They're right now, a lot of them, they're going into enlistment and stuff. So like, I've been really enjoying the solo music. I have not listened to Augusty, the new album yet. Sorry about it. I've been on this trip. But yeah, no, still a big K-pop. This was like my baby K-pop era was All Stars, and now I'm like way beyond that.
Perfect. Well, thank you. Is there anyone else?
Yeah, who are we bringing up?
Ian?
Who's the audience have questions for? I mean, that's really like, you know,
so
who do they want to see?
who do you guys want to see? I can list off. We also have Maggie Lamack is here. Well, I don't know. I mean, yeah, sure. We also have, I know, all of your guys' favorite producer, Noah.
Bailey, you want to come with Noah?
Yeah. Are you guys willing to subject yourself to the comments?
Well, we've been doing it all season. This is nothing new.
All right.
We are.
they are here. Well, okay, Ian, if you switch the screen, I can't see that.
Yeah, you can see it.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, thoughts. Here we are.
So yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm Noah, Bailey's boyfriend.
Face to the name.
Production fame or infamy, depending on what side of this you're on.
They are still together and still going strong.
Yeah, 4 years later. Still
Yep.
going strong.
I mean, how was it for you guys to kind of watch back such early stages of your relationship at that point?
Do you want to speak on it? Because I feel like I've had a lot of airtime.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's a interesting relationship dynamic where one of you is just forced to keep secrets from the other for 4 straight months. Not for the faint of heart. So it definitely was strange to watch back. Brought up a lot of emotions, but also it was really an amazing experience to be part of. So I really wouldn't change anything for it.
Yeah. No, it was really hard playing Survivor. I talked about this a bit in the Keep Your Torchlit podcast. Shout out KYTL. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It was really hard to know that like he knew things that like he couldn't tell me. It definitely makes you feel kind of like just a little bit stupid all the time because someone knows exactly what you should be doing. And like you just have to guess, and like they're watching you guess wrong, which is like just very weird and challenging. But at the end of the day, I think like coming out of it at the end, like it, like the fact that we're still together, it like I look back on all of this and I'm like, this is really special for me, because yeah, we are very much still together and in love, and so seeing these early days of us being together, and being the sole couple of Survivor left, being the winner.
Survivor.
Yeah. So we got social winner Survivor,
Spoilers.
couple winner of Survivor. I'm racking them up.
Racking them up.
But in all seriousness, it was really weird, but very like special to watch back. So
Yay.
and I saw a really good question. It was, I don't know where it went, but they asked you to critique my game.
And be honest.
Yeah.
Honestly, critique her game.
He's not gonna do it. He's
Oh,
not
he
gonna
so
do
will.
it.
He's done it.
Okay,
to
you
my
guys,
face.
you have 30 seconds to do it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I did think you played overall a very good game.
He's really thinking.
I mean, I think most of it, like, I think it definitely got better as the game went on at the beginning. I mean,
Yeah, the lack of eye contact is really
honestly,
telling.
this was also just a while ago, so it's hard to remember my exact thoughts.
I feel like your thought was I should have voted for Bri at Final Six.
Final Six, I was actually the only vote. I had no idea what was going to happen. I really didn't think you were getting voted out. So that was interesting. I do think you should have got on the same page with somebody and not let your alliance get broken up. But yeah, overall, I don't think I would have played the game necessarily the exact same.
Your
as you,
30
but I think
seconds
your
have
strategy worked
expired.
Well, so
Yeah.
Okay, thanks Bailey, thanks Noah. What are you trying to do?
Oh, I was gonna say that I very briefly considered having Bailey's thing in the jury thing say romantic winner of Survivor.
Romantic winner of Survivor, 100%.
We're gonna have now coming up some other Gen 1 people who were not part of All Stars but were fun. And then
Well, one of them was actually in the episode.
Where's Nate? Yeah. And then after that, we're gonna have.
Go ahead.
After these guys come on, then we're gonna talk to some people from the next generation. So.
Yes, so we have Magula Mac, Sarah Z, and Nate. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your last name.
that's okay. No, they don't need to
The
know.
puzzler. I guess what were your guys' thoughts watching the finale? I know Maggie, you were actually in the episode for the jury round table.
Forgot about that.
We forgot about that even happened. Initial thoughts, everyone.
Oh my god! First of all, hello, Devin. I know Devin. He's a king. Love
Nice,
him.
nice. Everyone's very excited to see you guys. Lucy is unfortunately no longer
She
here.
left already.
She was here earlier in the week on this trip with us.
Why do you just never respond to my DMs?
Wait, you guys just start talking. Just start talking about your thoughts.
Honestly, finale was my favorite episode of the whole season. I thought
It
like
was really good.
yeah. I thought everything was like the perfect length. Like it was funny, it was emotional, everything was tied up nicely.
Yep.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agreed. It was like very engaging the whole time and obviously very sweet to see all of our friends wrap things up and trash each other.
It was a really good edit too.
Yeah.
I think it was really well put together by Ian.
It was really made us all feel a lot of emotions. I'm sure everyone is wondering who all would you have voted for if you were on the jury?
Bri.
Bri?
Yeah.
That's a really hard one.
Yeah, I don't know because
we
none of
wouldn't
us
be
were
in the
personally
season.
burned
Yeah, that's what
by
I'm saying.
them or anything.
It would have had to depend on how it played out with our arcs, you know?
Totally.
Yeah. It's
Wait, so I'm sorry, Ian was distracting me. Did you guys give an answer?
It would have to depend
Okay.
how
Yeah.
they burned us, or
Well, I
or
would
played
say
us.
think of it as a viewer having seen their game with the cast that they were playing for. Who did you guys think played the best game? Who would you vote for?
This one's really
I know two of them are also here in the room with us, but no one takes it personally.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to give an answer.
All right.
that'll remain a mystery.
Yep. Okay, well, Ian was flagging me down because we have some people virtually joining now, but thank you guys for hopping on. You guys have a lot of fans.
Aw, thanks, guys.
See you guys.
Thank you.
Is that who's coming?
Wait, is
next?
that
Wait,
Leia?
is that
Yeah.
Leia? Are you on?
Leia.
Hold on. Are you on?
Can we add her?
Yes.
I don't have
Leia's on. Okay, one moment, Leia. I know, so I'm gonna have to remove the.
I can't hear anything.
Leia.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, there we go. We can hear you now. Welcome.
Thank you. I miss.
How are you?
I'm good. I just got back from Korea.
How was that?
How was that?
So,
Okay. Yes. Leia, so even though you are in Japan, you were able to join us on this. Have you watched the finale at all? Obviously, you were there. You lived it.
I literally was on a plane and then got back here. So, no Wi-Fi on the plane, unfortunately.
All good. Well, we were all here thinking of you and wishing you were here with us. It was very exciting to relive all of those moments. I mean, yeah, you guys can say I don't have to lead this. You guys can also talk to her. Oh my God.
Leia. I miss you, Leia.
I miss all of you. I'm really sad that I am missing. It's yet another Vegas trip that I'm missing. It's everyone in my life goes to Vegas when I leave the country.
I'm sorry. Ian Akshay is also waiting.
I know. I'm gonna have him go after Leia.
Okay.
Are you not?
Well, I guess, Leia, I know you didn't watch the finale, but do you have any thoughts or anything for the viewers? Anything you want to add?
Anything I want to add? God, it was a long time ago. I'm definitely like a different person today. I say that. Maybe that's true. Maybe it's not. I've definitely grown a lot. Yeah.
Someone is asking, how did the Survivor thesis turn out?
It turned out well. I'm happy with it. I think like philosophy is like a factor in it, I would say. I talk about there's like a morality section. I think I've watched some of the show, and God, it's hard to watch. I think I don't know if Ian just edited it this way or if I really mentioned my thesis like every other sentence. That was super douchey. Yeah, I know.
Thesis, like,
I
also read it
got
somewhere.
Check it better now. I'm a little older, a little wiser. My thesis is in the past as well. So.
Ask your question.
Yeah, Leia, are we going to see your thesis? Like, the audience has heard so much about it. You've already mentioned it many, many times.
Massive spoilers in the thesis. I remember like the whole intro to it is like basically what happens in it. So it's good that you're not releasing it until afterwards.
And people are asking why you are in Japan.
I am still in the Marine Corps. And I'm stationed out here. I'm stationed in Okinawa. I live on a beach. I don't know if you guys can see. It's not hardship or anything like that. Obviously it sucks to be far away from you guys, but yeah, I work out here. I'm a logistics officer.
We miss you.
We miss you so much.
I miss you guys too.
Thank you for coming on this.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Love you.
I love you guys. I'm sure we'll talk more soon. Enjoy the rest of your reunion.
Okay, bye.
All right, we're now gonna have on some other people. Akshay is joining us. What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
We have Richard. No, you can do it.
Where's the host? The host left.
The host left us.
I thought you were running this.
No, I was just like bringing them in because I have to sing the thing.
Also, we should really only do like 10 more minutes of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
These guys, and then
Damn, Katie, I came on and you just ran away immediately. That's cool.
No. Ian started talking, so I thought he was taking over. And he's also trying to communicate with like 10 other people at this one time. But hi, Akshay, how are you?
Hi, Katie.
Sorry, we're gonna have to refix the audio now. Because I need to hear Akshay.
you can hear you yourself. Just you talk to them. You know what I'm saying?
Just leave it on.
I think
Okay.
this is fine. Also, people don't need to hear what I want to say. People need to hear what Akshay wants to say and Richard wants to say and who is Mr. Tokidoki?
That's Matthew Israel, obviously.
Okay, hey Matthew, sounds good. Okay, I am gonna leave it to you guys. Thoughts, feelings. Akshay, I know watching all of it is like hard at first, but in terms of just the finale and how it was edited, bring back any other memories, anything.
Oh yeah, no, I remember when Bailey brought up like, oh, what you did to Aaron was the worst thing in the world. Like you specifically flipped away because Bailey looked directly at me and Aaron and I were just like cheering on the question because we were so excited that Aaron got a name drop in the finale. But yeah, I remember the finale. I remember hating all of it. I thought it was the most boring finale of all time, the Final Tribal Council. I thought all the answers sucked, and I was just like, what is it with season 1 and season 5? Like they just had the worst Final Tribal Councils. I remember disliking Sam and Leia strongly at that point and just being like, great, the two front runners are, and I can't stand either of them. So yeah, that was a fun night is what I'm trying to say. It was a great time.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, we were muted.
If you're on the jury, are you voting for Bri then?
I don't know, because like it would have depends on like how far I got, how I got screwed. I'm obviously never voting Sam, I think, realistically. And I think just Leia's actions that didn't make it on camera, I'm probably never voting her either. So yes, and then just like Bri, she even brought up person of color at Tribal Council. I feel like I would have just been like, okay, like I like Bri the most right now, and she's a person of color, like kind of have to do it. So yes, maybe, but like it also, I was the first boot and I didn't interact with many people in the game. So if I'd actually made the merge and actually like interacted with people, maybe I would have had a better relationship with Sam if I made it that far. Who knows?
No, totally. That makes sense. And I'm curious, after watching it edited together with music and all the dramatics and cutaways and everything, do you still feel the same as you did when you watched it in person, that it was a boring tribal?
Oh, absolutely. Sam and Leia had just the worst answers of ever. And like Bri's answers were good, but like everyone knew she wasn't winning with all the love that I have for Bri. Like everyone knew she wasn't winning. So it was just like, okay, the one person with good answers no one cares about, and then the two people that people care about have really bad answers. And then, like I said, that felt like season 1, where like Tarowski knew he was winning, so he just gave the shittiest, safest answers of all time. And like Brittany and Mitch were fighting, but no one was going to vote for them ever. So it was just like it felt like a repeat of that. And I was like, maybe it's a good thing I'm not on the jury because I don't really want to vote for any of these people. So it works out for the best.
Perfect. So Richard, we want to get your thoughts on this. Obviously was not on the season, but you were around.
I produced it. It was fun.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great season. I was honestly impressed at how good it was because you never expect things to be as good as you want them to be, and then this was actually as good as you would like want it to be, and so that was really awesome. And you have to thank like everyone who worked on it, all the players, and you have to thank Ian too, because if I know how hard it is to edit like half of an episode and then quit, because I tried to edit all of season 4, and I made it like an episode in, and then everything crashed, and I gave up because it was just too much. And you know what? It's really hard. So I think it's just really impressive that season 5 was this good.
Yeah, big shout out. It's a lot of tough work.
Thanks, Richard. Love you, man. I still need to see the Marks cut one day.
It doesn't exist. It's gone. All I have is like 30 seconds of it that somehow survived, and it's just like part of the intro, like cinematic. There's literally nothing. It's all gone. It all got corrupted.
The world will never know.
The world will never know. And apologies to anyone. We have a lot of people here, so if we're looking off camera or getting distracted, we're also trying to coordinate a bunch of other things. But Matthew, you were there for a decent amount of time on that Final Four challenge, and I'm sure being season 1 as well, and being around on production and playing in season 4, I'm sure this was also a pretty emotional thing for you to watch. So give us any and all of your thoughts.
It was. Ian had me in tears there towards the end, the montage of everybody's faces and, just realizing everything that had kind of led up to this moment. And, obviously I think Gen 2 is going to carry on the torch, but to kind of see this be the end of years and years of hard work was emotional. And thinking about the finale was awesome. My only regret was I kind of forgot what time I left from the Final Four challenge. I left at like 5 a.m. Like, why not just stay up the whole night? That was my one regret, was I didn't just stay out there the whole time with them and go the full 8.5 hours. But yeah, what a finale. I'm glad that if I couldn't be there in person, I get to share, my screen time with Akshay and Richard, 2 icons as well. So thank you guys for being on, and glad I wasn't the only one who wanted to, just give my piece on, kind of the final hurrah for Gen 1. So
Matthew's the only one not a first boot here, so he's got that going for him.
Yeah.
That's true. We welcome Cooper into the 4th place club, so that was fun. Yeah.
No, seriously, thank you guys for hopping on and sharing your thoughts. And I'm sure a lot of the viewers want to hear from everyone in the community, especially a lot of Gen 1 people. But I know we also have some Gen 2 people lined up to come in and give their thoughts as well. So we have Brian and Mason on deck. Is there anything else you want to handle here?
No, I mean, thank you guys for coming on. Obviously, I love all 3 of you guys, and you guys are amazing parts of this whole experience. So, Richard did all the filming for season 4. So much of it was him, and I feel like he really went a little undercredited in that. People don't talk about enough how much work he did. And no. And Akshay was incredible throughout in season 1 and season 5, and we were robbed of not having more amazing Akshay confessionals. Matthew, for his part, he's in the top 3 or 4 people in Survivor Michigan who has made this what it is.
True.
Just straight up. He has put an insane amount of hours into this. He runs all of the off-season content stuff. Everything he does is so great. And his passion for it, I think, could spread to everybody else. I think he's the OG Survivor Michigan fan, is Matthew Israel.
100%.
So he deserves all the credit in the world and all the love. And all 3 of you guys too.
Thank you. Thank you.
So,
thank you.
It was great to hear from you guys tonight.
Awesome.
Thank God we all met in that union basement and kept this club going.
That's true. That's true.
And with that, it's time to get some of the Gen 2 people on. All right. I'm going to go headphones again with the noise.
Headphones again? Okay.
Sorry,
Sorry, guys.
Hope you guys are having fun.
Can you hear us all right, or what's the sound level?
Yes, you're good, Katie.
We're good? Okay, amazing. Hi, Mason. Hi, Brian.
Hello.
How are you guys? Miss you guys so much. And, oh my God.
Do you want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I know Mason, people are asking about future seasons. Brian, they're asking about future seasons, when they're coming out. Maybe you guys can give some updates being Gen 2.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Mason. I played during Gen 2, spoilers. But yeah, we got a lot of great Survivor Michigan content coming to you in the future. Season 5 is not the end. Season 5 was absolutely amazing, but we have plenty of more great seasons coming to you, hopefully not too far in the near future. And just while I'm here, I want to say, Ian, congratulations. You did an absolutely amazing job editing the season. You should be so proud of yourself. I'm so starstruck by all the hard work you've done.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, I'm Brian, also played on Gen 2, as well as Mason and I both were the post-production supervisors for season 5. So that was a lot of fun getting to see the cuts a little bit early, and Ian will listen to us some of the time. But yeah, we've got a lot of great stuff, like Mason said. I also would like to shout out our editor for Generation 2 of Survivor Michigan, Megan. She was going to come on the show tonight, but had something come up at the last minute. But cannot say enough good things about her. She's done some great work already, and hopefully we'll get that out pretty soon here.
Any last things you guys want to say about Gen 2? You know, does Camila come back and win 6 different seasons? Any word on that?
Any spoilers?
All 6 spoilers? Can you give us any?
Only 5 seasons, Ian. She only wins 5. I'm sorry, not all 6.
All right, fine. Well, we'll move on, and I want to get your thoughts. I mean, I know you guys helped out as post-production coordinators. What was it like for you guys to go from working on that and now seeing the final product and seeing it completely finished? How does it feel?
Oh man, when I joined this club the first time, everyone just talked about how amazing this season was, and it really did live up to the hype. It was everything I thought, like just from like kind of watching the footage, like not put together to when it actually got put together. Like this was a really amazing season of Survivor, and it was just, you know, perfect. You couldn't ask for anything else from this season. It really was that great.
Yeah, seeing it go from basically nothing to this full fleshed out final project has been quite a journey for us. I can't imagine what it must be like for Ian to kind of watch all of this come back. But yeah, amazingly well put together. Great storytelling. I hope to be half the storyteller that Ian is.
Yeah, these guys, if you don't know, their names were in the credits of every episode. They would watch the rough cuts, give notes. They did an incredible amount of work summarizing footage. And they were like people who didn't know as much about the season, so their notes were like more useful of what somebody would think watching it without having known everything that happens. And these guys are shepherding this thing into the future, and there's a lot more great stuff to come from them. So I'm super excited to see what you guys do with this club.
Thanks, Ian.
Yeah, thanks, Ian.
I think we're gonna say goodbye, and we're gonna
before we go, Ian.
Yes.
I just wanted to give you a quick moment to kind of tell the audience what this whole like years-long journey has meant to you, because I know this is definitely an emotional episode for you, being the last one.
I mean, you're gonna be crying again with everybody right
Everyone
here.
is trying so hard to be quiet right now.
But
Sorry, Ian, got to do
I
it.
said it at the beginning of the episode, not maybe in the most coherent way necessarily. And I spoke to these guys before the episode again, maybe not in the most coherent way, but as a storyteller, based like my entire life, I don't remember a time before what I wanted to do was tell stories. And I don't know if I ever thought I would get the chance to tell a story on this level. And even though it's a pretty small scale thing in the grand scheme of everything, like if you compare it to a real TV show and the kind of audience, it's nothing. But if you compare it to anything that most of like my friends in film are doing, or the kinds of things I was doing in college, it was on a completely unprecedented scale to that. And to see people care about it episode after episode, year after year, and it means something to them, that's what meant more to me than anything else in the whole world, was just seeing how much people cared about it, honestly. And it was that, and just how much I loved and cared and respected these people who did this. Because I, as I said, I truly think that all 21 of them they made it what it was. And I just think they were amazing, amazing people. When you watch hours and hours of people's footage, you really come to see the world through their eyes and their views. And in a certain way, I feel like I played Survivor 100 times, like through all of them. And you understand that all of them have reasons for why they're doing what they're doing. And they always believe there's a reason for it. And that from their point of view, it does make sense. And that way they are all the heroes of this story. And I just really wanted to tell a story that showcased them all and showed that each one of them was the hero. And that was like the point I was trying to get across more than anything else, was that it's not just about who wins. And I really dislike the attitude of Survivor seasons and people who watch them and saying that only the winner's story matters. And I felt that in some seasons that is the case, but not in this one. In this season, it was about all of them. It was their story. And I hope that I told it well.
And with that, Mason and Brian, feel free to stay on and cheers with us. But the most of the cast and crew of Survivor Michigan All-Stars Revenge Tour will cheers to that, and thank you everyone for watching. Cool. Thanks, guys.